Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome to Undusted Letters from the Past. Thank you to Twitch Productions for the code. I've been looking forward to this since I saw the trailer. So let's dive in. When I think of my family home, the first thing that comes to mind are the glittering lake, the gently sloping hills. After walking through the bustling streets over the hills along the lakeside, my house and its bright red roofs soon came into view. I would chat with Mom and Dad as we passed through the front gate together, and the big lemon tree in the yard would always greet us. For someone like me who lacked courage, maybe all I needed was an excuse, no matter how small. A letter from my aunt was enough. Dear Adora, long time no see. How have you been? Are you doing all the things you've always wanted to do? It's been a while since I've heard from you. Come to think of it, the last time we saw each other was at Lily's funeral. I'm sorry to trouble you after all this time, but I can't find the necklace your mother gave me. I'm fairly certain that I left it at your house after one of my visits. I really thought I had lost it for good, you know? I know it's a bit of a hassle, but could you send it to me? It should be in the attic. That's where Lily and I spent most of our time together when I was over. Thank you. Love, your aunt. It's been a long time since I last came back. I should tidy up the place. Suppose now's the right time. For the time being, it's the least I can do. The key. Here it is. It's rusted all over. I'll have to clean it before I can use it. Clean. Alright. Hold RT, move the right stick around to zoom in and out. Right stick to move the key. RB and right to move. RB wants to reset. Pick the tool on the left and press A to clean it. Clean. Yeah, this other side really needs it, huh? Hints unlocked. Clean. I'm not getting as many of the big jumps now, am I? There's that. It must be a little bit at the top or something. There it is. So reaching 99% clean progress will enable wrap up. Finish by either hitting 100 or by pressing the wrap up button. I'm gonna hit 100. There's 0.05. I will find it. There it is. Told you I'd find it. Memories beneath the dust. When was the last time this place was clean? There's so much dust that I can barely breathe. I need to go to the attic and find that necklace. Why is it locked? Now that I think of it, I've hardly ever been into the attic. Mom was always the one in charge of it. Oh well, I need to clean the rest of the house anyway. Yeah, the key should eventually turn up. Where should I even start? House key has been used in a long time. After being neglected for so long, the house was so heavily laden with dust that I needed a mask to breathe normally. I opened the window and started clearing out some of the dust. When it was cleaning day, I used to be in charge of the floors. Mom took care of the furniture, and Dad handled the windows and any tall places that were out of reach. I closed my eyes. I could almost hear it all again. The sounds of Mom wiping down the furniture, Dad's humming. While cleaning the living room, I found a dust-covered photo frame on the shelf. I was inside was our first family photo. Chapter 1. Once upon a time. Clean the item. Select. When we had to take our first family photo, Dad had made a peculiar suggestion. While it wasn't unusual for him to say or do something quirky, none of us saw it coming. Why don't we all wear animal costumes? It'll be Adora's first ever family photo, so let's make it a special and unforgettable experience. He pleaded like a giddy child, arms firmly wrapped around the large costume. Mom nodded a deep sigh. Here we go again. It was massive. He really loved his jokes and pranks. A complete 180 from Mom. Alright. Start cleaning. Start getting it off. We never ended up wearing the costumes like he had wanted to. Be getting in those cracks? I would think. Yeah, okay, I just have to be over them for a little while. Alright, time to get the back. It's a lot of dust. This and like so. Cool. Get those little crevices again. Hints unlocked. I guess hints would be like, where am I missing some dust? Right. Probably. And like so. Let's see, I feel like it's probably down here. It's along the edge somewhere, right? Probably, maybe not. Maybe. Oh my gosh, it's plate 1. Ah! Oh, I found it. It was on the latch. 100% any stage without a hint. Honey, don't you think there's a reason why people take more traditional photos? Because they couldn't come up with anything creative. Are you serious? Can't we just take a normal picture? But Adora, look at this. What a cute cat. Oh, you're only... So you're only trying to talk Adora into your plan now? Our first family photo together. A seemingly ordinary picture with an amusing story behind it. And so ensued a battle between an unstoppable father and an immovable mother. As always, Mom won, leaving Dad with his shoulders hunched in defeat. While Mom was talking to the photographer, I snuck over to Dad and whispered, "Let's wear costumes next time." He only responded with a slight nod. When I looked at the photo afterwards, I saw he had given me bunny ears. Mom noticed shortly afterward and gave Dad a light rap on the head, but the sheer dad-like triumph on his face sent us all into a fit of laughter. Alright, 100% perfect! Alright, a fitting appearance. Handle looks a little broken. When I was young, Mom often told me it was dangerous to go into the kitchen or attic alone, but the more someone told me not to do something, the more I wanted to do it. One day when Mom and Dad were out, I excitedly went to the kitchen to examine the cupboard that was just barely within reach. My heart was pounding as I opened the cupboard. There were many beautiful porcelain teacups, and I took out the one I thought was prettiest. Suddenly, the front door opened with a creak. Someone was back. It was the sound of porcelain breaking on the floor, or crash. The teacup slipped out of my hands. The sharp sounds of shattering porcelain froze me in place. I heard Mom urgently calling my name. When she came into the kitchen and saw what had happened, her face froze. Aha. Her face was so pale and stern. I had never seen her look like that before. I have multiple things. Aha. Get a bunch of this grime off. Oh. I feel like this is gonna be maybe more productive. Switch between, I guess. There was, I thought, in options. Controller. Select unselect. Okay, up is. Okay, it's just default, so that. Okay. Okay, so there is a quick swap. Yeah, the sponge is not getting it nearly as well. Toothbrush is just smaller. I think. What's this symbol? It must have some kind of meaning. Alright, hints unlocked. I don't need them. I just keep scrubbing until I find the 0.05% or whatever I'm missing. I can still see some on the handle. I mean, there's still a lot, right? Yep, there's a whole chunk right there. And the inside is still really bad. Oh, here's some more. Here. I'm picking up small percentages. Very small percentages. Oh, I found a little bit. There's some there. The small oh, some around the base of the teacup. Like so. Any more? I mean, obviously, yes, there's more. It's where? Oh, right there, right there, right there. I mean, it looks like it's right there. I'm getting bits. And right there. I feel like it's all inside. Maybe. Maybe. Is this? It is. I don't want to use. I can't hide. There's still 0.75, 0.6. Uh. 0.45. Nothing's coming up. Oh, oh, 0.3! Must be something. Somewhere. 0.15! We're getting there. Here, here. Oh my gosh. Ah! Zoom in on it. I can't see anything! I'm so close. Must be at the base, right? Base feels the most annoying. But there's like a speck somewhere. I will find the speck. Somewhere. It's here somewhere! Oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me insane. Hey, right there? No. Maybe. No. Maybe. Oh my goodness, come on. I've scrubbed this thing so clean. I don't know where it's at. Has to be somewhere. Right? Presumably? I don't want a hint. I found it! Yay! It was somewhere on the handle, apparently. Mom! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break it. Adora, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. I even broke one of the teacups. It's okay, Adora. Everything's okay as long as you aren't hurt. Porcelain teacup is barely intact, one of Mom's most treasured possessions. After giving me a big hug, she started to carefully gather the shards of porcelain in silence. I still couldn't forget how she had looked at the broken teacup. Next day, I secretly retrieved the shards from the trash and clumsily glued everything back together. Then I returned the fragile teacup to its place in the cupboard, hoping that Mom would feel better after seeing it. When Mom discovered the teacup later, she murmured, "This is a much more fitting appearance." I didn't understand why, but her smile looked bitter. Alright. That 1.15 glows in the dark. Mom loved writing with fountain pens, no matter how long the letter or document. Whenever I asked if it was tiring to write so much by hand, she would always say, "It's difficult, but it's worth it." Mom had a routine before writing. First, she would sit at her desk with perfect posture, then she'd neatly lay out a fresh sheet of paper. Finally, she'd select one ink bottle from her collection and gracefully dip the nib of her exquisite fountain pen. I loved watching this process, so I used to quietly sit beside her whenever she took up her pen. Watching her fill empty sheets of paper with her handwriting imparted a special feeling I couldn't experience anywhere else. She had so many inkwells. Sometimes I'd spend half a day just looking at them all. I don't think she used this one very often. Alright. Let's start scrubbing off. Oh, it's not doing well at getting... Oh gosh, there's gonna be so many little crevices here. Here we go again. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Down here. Down here. Oh, that's cool. Like the ink inside, you can see it moving as I do this. Get the big bits. Really? Okay. This label looks a little damaged, eh? That's really cool that you could like see the stuff in there moving. As I turn it around. This here, there's a speck. There's a speck. Blue ink. There's some here, I think. There's a bunch over here. That's just on there, huh? Okay, here we go again. 0.75. 0.55. 0.5. There are more on them. Oh, there was a speck. I think. Didn't move the bar though. And now. Oh, ooh, ooh. No, it was only 0.1. Ooh, go down to 0.2. We will find it. Oh no, I found 0.05. Down to, oh, we're down to 0.1. Here we go again. Less surface area though. Oh, come on. .05. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Name 4 objects to 100%. A glows in the dark. Only in the darkest of nights can you discover the star hidden within. Louis. That's a quote from Mom's favorite writer. Why is it written on here? Because it's a limited edition ink. Dad and I were still university students, so it took him a lot of hard work to buy it. But it looks new. Is it because you don't want to waste it? Adora, let me show you something. If you write with this ink and then turn off the lights, can you see the words glowing? The darker the room is, the brighter the ink shines. Oh wow! To Adora, Lillian, Ash's beloved daughter. You need to eat a variety of foods to grow up big and strong. And I hate carrots. If you become brave enough to finish your carrots, I'll give you a fountain pen as a present. Bleh. That's what I had to say. Quote from a famous writer is displayed on the label. I adored fountain pens, so it was an irresistible offer. Mom looked to into my awestruck eyes and said, "Do you know why I love fountain pens? Because you can learn about someone through their handwriting. Even if I wrote something without much thought behind it, I learned more about myself after reading those words." She gently closed the inkwell. For some reason after that day, I never saw her use a fountain pen again. Alright. That's one. Achieving happiness. Clean the item. Dad absolutely loved music. Whenever he could, he'd be humming or playing various instruments. He told me that he used to be in a children's choir, and he had joined a band during his university days. Whenever he returned home from work, he'd sing a little song he composed titled "Dad Loves Coming Home." Mom would always warn him about disturbing the neighbors, but she never masked her smile. Thanks to Dad, music enriched every dimension of our lives. So, turtle. The first line always made me laugh. What was it again? "You can't hold me back, I'm free. No one can ever stop me." Was that it? Alright. Turtle! Oh. Turtle. That makes sense. It's a musical instrument. Yeah, bunch off with this. And then start with a toothbrush. The little feetsies. Little feetsies. Little feetsies. Like so. And still more up here. Has to be. Little feetsies. Little feetsies. Protect our turtles, etc., etc. Work on the bottom here. There. This little feetsy. And this little feetsy. There's a whole bunch right there. Almost there. Need to really get the sides. Okay. We're down to the last points. I have to try and find somewhere. This looks fine, I guess. It didn't look fine. Oh, I found something. There's still some grime in the lines. No. Somewhere? Maybe. Points 1 to 4. Somewhere. Please. Point 07! This is cruel. There's like a crevice somewhere. That is being very rude to me. I'm just gonna find it, like, sometime. Right? I feel like I've gone over the whole thing. This is an annoying part of trying to get all 100% without hints, specifically. And it's gonna bug me if I don't. Ah! It's somewhere! I need to check achievements. Is there one for olives? Okay, I'm not seeing anything for no hints. How do I get a hint? I need to actually look up the controller binding for this one. LT. Is that really the hint? Oh. It was a tiny little speck. Oh my goodness. Adora, I'm done after my hit single Dad Loves Coming Home. My newest release is Dad Loves The Weekend. Dad, you sure you're not a kid too? You got me. Since my secret's out, how about a song? Where'd I put my ocarina? Dad, if you love music so much, why did you become an accountant? Music and accounting are completely different. That's a good question, Adora. See, I love music, but doesn't mean I can't live without it. On the other hand, I get itchy if I don't work with numbers for even a single day. To achieve happiness, it's not about doing what you want, it's about doing what you can't live without. When you find something like that, you'll understand exactly how I feel. Cute turtle-shaped ocarina. Dad then started to joyfully play his ocarina. His face was that of a man who had everything he needed to be happy. I suddenly grew curious and asked, then what can't you live without? He replied, Lily and Adora, that's why I'm the happiest man in the world. He then declared that his next song would be named Dad is Super Duper Happy. Despite my laughter, I couldn't wait to hear the next release in his Dad series. I often found myself humming his songs and his words stayed with me. But I also find something I couldn't live without. Alright, 100% perfect. Because that one speck! Discreet apology. One day on our way home, we came across a cute kitten crying by its lonesome. I couldn't bear to leave it there by itself, so I begged my parents to let me bring it back with us. Without hesitation, Dad started brainstorming ways to lure the kitten. Should we get some food as bait? How about foxtail grass? Maybe carve a box? Dad and I excitedly exchanged ideas, but after a few minutes we realized that Mom hadn't said a single word. Dad really had the heart of a child. Instead of stopping me, he joined right in. Aha. We have a new tool, apparently. It feels like it distorts it weirdly. Not sure I like it. Feels weird to use. And it goes off the object weirdly. Alright, up here. maybe. Get the top. So I feel like I'm going slower than if I use the other stuff. Yeah. Okay, it's only letting me. Can't even change. I want to change. There's a little speck. I guess I can see the specks easier right now. Maybe. Get those. I just feel like I have to go over some spots a couple times with it. It's available, yay! I don't know if I'll use this thing much. We'll see. We'll see. That all looks wrong. What? Tail? I didn't do much work around the tail. The ears? Apparently, yes. The face? Still the ears? Face? There we go. I guess it was a little faster, just it feels awkward. I don't think we're ready to own a cat. We don't know how to properly care for one, and we don't have any cat food or supplies. How can we care for it if we can't fulfill its needs? But, Lily, aren't you being a little too serious? Of course, having a pet is a huge responsibility. But Adora can learn how to be responsible by taking care of it, and we can buy whatever supplies we need. What if its mother is still around? We might be taking a child from its parent. She could have been abandoned. That isn't something we know for sure. No means no, Adora. A striped cat plushie is soft and makes cute sounds when you squeeze it. I was so upset that after we returned home, I slammed my door shut and refused to leave my room. Oh wait, hold up, I missed the line, That evening, Dad came over and gave me a stuffed animal. It was soft, fluffy, and looked like the kitten from before. Mom bought this for you, but she didn't know how to give it to you. The softness of the plushie mollified the sadness in my heart. A few days later, I saw the same kitten at the same spot. This time, it was with another cat with a matching coat. Its mother. Mom was right. If I had taken the kitten home, I couldn't help but feel ashamed. Unforgettable memories. Looks like a snow globe. My hometown is always too warm for snow. If any snow did happen to fall, it would melt as soon as it touched the ground. Things like snowball to snowmen only exist in TV shows and fiction. Some of my childhood wishes included leaving footprints in fresh white snow, making snow angels, building a huge snowman. When we finally had time for a family trip, I begged to go somewhere with an abundance of snow. And that's how we ended up having a snowy vacation. Thanks to that, I got to check off a lot of things on my bucket list. Alright. Clean off a flower. This feels like very dirty. Oh, it's just because I'm seeing the other side, right? Let's, go back to the sponge. Still feels very dirty. bottom. Really get the bottom. Get all this. All the crud around the hinges. Like so. And around the base. Make sure the base is good, so I don't have to come back to it. Spoiler, she'll come back to it. Actually, I mean, I assume I will at some point. Just make nice and sure. There we go. Work on the base a little bit more. Zoom out. I don't need to be so zoomed in anymore. I feel like I'm like barely making a dent on the actual globe. Little bits and pieces here. Can I? It does feel slow. Oh, here we go. I have to go from the bottom. Just had to make it. It's like one of those things you have to like chip away at it, I guess. If you just go at it, it doesn't work as well. Yeah. A little bit more tedious. A lot bit more tedious. But details. Yeah, because it's like barely... It's chipping at it if I do that. So I could just go at the middle of it. Get that. Maybe I could actually get more of the grime. Yeah, this is tedious as heck. Oh my goodness. This is a bigger area, but less precise. And... taking a bigger area. Chip away! Feels like, you know, the percentage is moving, but it's slow, tedious. Like so. Like so. And I missed a bunch back here, so I should probably... I guess at least the glass I can see when I miss like a speck. I still have all this to go. Ah, this is somehow only 18% of the object. All this up here took way longer than everything else. Oh, do I? Have the cloth. Wow. That was so much easier. I think there's an achievement for cleaning everything with, the toothbrush and sponge, but we would have been there all day. We were getting there! But, Dad, there's no crunches when you step on it. And when you lie down, it's so soft and fluffy. Really? Then I want to lay down too. Huh, you're right, Adora, it's really soft. I saw on TV that if you wave your arms and legs like this, you can make a huge snow angel. And how about we make some big snow angels to watch over our family? Okay. Marshmallows are ready. You two better eat first, or you won't have enough energy to play. A snow globe we purchased on the family trip. It evokes many happy memories. Made giant snow angels, built snowmen, and had an all-out snowball fight with no regard for how snow-crusted their clothes became. After it grew dark, we gathered around the fireplace and drank sweet cocoa. As the comforting warmth of the fire lulled me to sleep, I could hear Dad humming and Mom turning the pages of her book. On our way home, we bought a snow globe to commemorate all the wonderful memories from our vacation. However, some time ago, I deliberately hid the snow globe out of sight. Those warm memories became a source of agony, so they remind me of days I could never return to. Chapter 2. What I Dreamed of. Frozen time. I'd hoped to find the attic key in the living room, but it didn't turn up. I decided to search my room next. It looked exactly as it did the day I left home. Only the thick layer of dust on everything indicated any passage of time. My focus was drawn to my desk, where Dad's pocket watch lay. It used to be a time when its cogs still turned and its soft ticking could still be heard. When Mom gave Dad this pocket watch, Dad was delighted with the engraving design, a lily, just like Mom's name. Wherever Dad went, so too did the pocket watch. Shortly after starting high school, the pocket watch fell silent for good. Dad, how are you doing? Are you still cracking jokes over there? I don't think I'm doing that well. Alright. Cloth was not doing much progress there. Neither is this. Okay. Toothbrush it is. And a 19... something. It's like a 19, but the knives look different. The bottom. I need the toothbrush. Aha! Push the watches button to open it. It's getting there. Not as fast as this, if I, did this. Alright, now it looks like I need the sponge, because I got the big stuff off. There we go. Etched heart. Etched in heart. Grab all this. We're almost there. Now there's some up here on the little button. Up here. Maybe. Clean, clean, clean. Oh, there's some. There There's some. Gained a little bits and pieces. Fine. One there. There. Aha! There's a whole bunch over here. Whole bunch, she says, and it's really. Oh, it's like in the grooves. Wait, what? Oh. There we go. I missed the hinge. I'm like, hold up. Am I missing? Oh, the hinge. Dora, how many times have I told you not to call the office directly? You're usually back by now, and I couldn't get in touch with you. Oh, I'm sorry. I got caught up in work and completely lost track of time. I'll make sure to check my phone more often from now on. But please, text instead of call. All right. Oh yeah, Mom. I was cleaning my room earlier and I found the cassette player Dad gave me. I'm sorry, Adora, but I still have a lot of work to do. Don't wait for me. And make sure you don't go to bed too late. Mom, wait! Broken pocket watch remains eternally frozen, just like my family's. Oh, time remains eternally frozen, just like my family's. Desperately needed Mom, but she threw herself into work as if she wanted to forget Dad, and maybe all of us. Days passed, we barely spoke to or even saw each other. I kept telling myself that I had to try to understand her, that she was raising me all by herself now, but my grief and sorrow grew nearly unbearable as they rendered my nights sleepless. Things would have been much easier if I had just blamed her. Yet whenever I saw Mom so exhausted and fatigued, sadness came before anger. I hated her for leaving me alone, but at the same time it pained me to see her eroding away. As much as I longed for her comfort, I wanted to comfort her too. What I found in the darkness. When I couldn't stand the silence in the house, I would listen to Dad's tapes. Listening to those songs made it feel like he was right there beside me. One day I heard a composer tell a story on a radio show. When I was a kid, my father used to hum songs he had wrote himself, so I became interested in music. I hardly saw him after my parents' divorce, but whenever I sang his songs, I felt like I was back in those happy childhood days. And so I started composing. For me, it's a way of bringing comfort not only to me, but to others in similar circumstances. I could see myself in his story, and his songs resonate with me. Naturally, I admired him. Finally, he understood what Dad had meant. I wanted to tell him that I found something I couldn't live without doing. I found a part-time job and started saving money for composing tools. Oh, no spot. No rag, I guess there's no class. When Mom asked about it, I thought she was finally taking some interest in my life. I think it still works. Should I turn it on now? I'll work it though. Don't know how to work it though. Sponge. And this. Oh wait, there's a button up here. But that turns it on. yeah, there's a green up there now. Get these screws. A battery compartment. And here. Oh. There's still more in the volume slider. I bet... Yeah, I was gonna say I bet there's a huge, just like, mass under the volume slider, right? Okay. Oh yeah. Bunch up here. Volume slider. Under the power button. Oh, just little bits and bobs everywhere. Oh, right there. There we go. Mom, you're late again. You must be exhausted. Yes, a little. How was your day? Dora, what are all those things? Oh, they use a MIDI controller, a microphone. They're tools for composing. By composing, do you mean composing music? Uh-huh. I started making songs little by little, and I got a part-time job to buy these tools myself. Wait, Adora, a part-time job? You started working just for a hobby? Adora, you need to be studying hard for your future right now. Don't waste your time on things like that and quit your part-time job too. Wow. Red MIDI controller. First piece of music equipment I ever bought with my own money. Well, I wanted to tell her that it wasn't just a hobby and that I was serious, but before I could say anything, Mom said she was tired and headed towards her room. My words were met with the sound of her door closing shut. I was left alone in an all too familiar silence. I was angry at Mom for not listening to my words, but I kept trying to understand her. I thought she might change her mind if I showed her how serious I was. Much like how music had comforted me, I wanted Mom to feel comforted too, and if possible, with a song of my own creation. Melody of comfort. After that day, I spent every spare moment composing. Not only was it my first song, but it was a song for Mom. When I felt that I had poured enough of my heart into it, I recorded my song into a cassette tape. I fervently hoped it would bring her some comfort. Even if I couldn't fully convince her, I could at least help her feel a little bit better. When Mom came back home, exhausted as usual, I nervously handed her the tape. I thought, if Mom listened to it, she would understand how serious I was. Get that. And that. Get the other, the clippy side. Gonna do better when I actually get the toothbrush out though. Alright. Open. Yeah, there we go. How are the plants in here? What the heck? Get those little bits open. Sponge. Sponge. Get the cassette door. Honestly, it might feel better if I was zoomed in. It was feeling like I wasn't doing much, but really it was just that I was zoomed out. We'll go with that. Clean. Get this little line. I'm gonna go with mom thinks music isn't a real career. Right. Or something. It's just a fantasy. That she would never make it. Not supporting her daughter's dreams, etc. I probably need to close the door again, don't I? There's like a bunch. There's also still a bunch in here. There's actually just a ton in here, okay. Well, a ton I say, but relatively. This whole section right here is just dirty. Oh, it's been a while since I've used a cassette player, but I don't think you use a wet toothbrush. Actually, did I ever clean a cassette player? Oh. I've gone over that like 5 times. Get under the clip. Try to get under the clip. As best you can. Oh, there we are. It's like I saw another bloopity. The heck? Oh yeah, between the buttons is gonna need. A bit here. What? There we are. Play. Record. Wait, what? Oh, right. Right here. Is this it? Okay, cool. Cool. You composed this yourself? Yeah, the melody came to me first, so I started with that. I'm still working on the lyrics. Oh, and there's another one I'm preparing for a competition. The theme is... Hold up, Adora. Didn't I tell you last time? You need to focus on your studies. Mom, I know it might seem like only a hobby right now, but please, can you at least try listening? Adora, do you even hear what you're saying? How can you waste your time on this instead of studying for your future? I'm tired, so let's talk another time. Another time? When's that gonna be? When you quit your job? As if that'll happen? Adora, I'm saying this for your sake. I'm serious about becoming a composer. I want to make it so you don't have to worry about money anymore. And people said I'm pretty talented, so... Adora, I said no! Don't even think about it! Right now, you may feel like you're special. Talented? There's no word more meaningless. Don't get carried away because of a mere compliment. Praise proves absolutely nothing! That's cassette players. Despite how old it is, it can still play tapes. Why was she so angry? Was she more tired than usual? Even now, I still don't know why Mom reacted so explosively. Never expected her to yell at me like that. Her fury left me speechless. While I was done, she tore the tape from my hands and threw it in the trash. Without so much as a backward glance, she said, "Stop wasting your time on worthless things like this." She threw away wasn't only cassette tape. Therein was the piece of my heart that held my drive to comfort Mom despite the loneliness after Dad's passing. Even if hating her was the easier path, I didn't give up trying to understand her. At that moment, when my heart was equated to trash, I felt something disappear from inside me. After Mom's rage quelled and silence fell once again, I finally gave up trying to understand her. The right to hurt. Music box was the last present I ever received from Dad. Whenever I felt lonely, I would wind it up and talk to him as if he were right beside me. Dad, if you're still here, you would have supported me, right? Mom doesn't understand what it's like to have a dream, to have something you can't live without. All she wants to do is fit into the mold. That's probably the only kind of life she knows. Cried for a long time, pouring out my anguish. Listening to the music box play, it felt like Dad was sitting right next to me. After that day, I stopped waiting for Mom. I didn't even want her to talk to me anymore. I had nothing to say to her. I have... Oh, here's the air blow gun. Neat. The heck? Is it out of power or something? Does it have to, like, charge? Oh yeah, I can only use it for, like, small periods of time, apparently. Got it. Good old trusty sponge. I still don't like it. Yeah, it's like barely does anything. And it's like out again, so. Yeah, why even bother? Toothbrush! Let's go, buddy. You and I. Sponge out. Probably work better. I'm gonna pretend this to do something. Anyway. Sponge! Okay. Toothbrush. This, is... Oh gosh. Inside. There. I'm gonna guess what's happening is the mom is trying to do what she thinks is best for her daughter, but not listening to what her daughter actually wants. Or something is causing more issues in the long run because of that. Anyway, let's get back to the main piece. The music box. Okay. Yeah. see where I'm at right now. It's a little bit in here. I want to make sure. Oh, yeah, right there. I never got right there. That makes sense. Key. Let's wind it up a little bit more. Make sure everything is good on the music box. Oh, that's in there. Looks like it. There's some like tiny pieces. Okay. Get all this. Sponge. Yeah, there's a whole bunch on the top of this. Get in here. And just really get in. Yeah, there's a whole bunch right there. Ah! Okay. Here. Oh, there's still so much, and I'm supposedly at 99. Little bitty bitty pieces. Just everywhere. Hello. Yes, I would like you. Thank you. This corner, and that corner. Wait. Oh no. Oh. I'm like, what do you mean .02? Where? Adora, can we talk for a minute? I'm busy right now. I'm sorry for how I acted. Must have been tired, so I got emotional. But it was for your sake, Adora. I don't want you to suffer. Right now, things may seem fun and exciting, so you might think that the road ahead will be easy. Someday you'll understand. For now, it would be better if you focused on your studies and kept composing as a hobby. Now I get why you're saying these things. You've never had anything you truly wanted to do, have you? All you've ever done is live by other people's standards. That's why you don't understand how serious I am. What's like to have something you can't live without? If Dad were here, he would have understood me. At least he wouldn't have thrown away my tape like that. It wasn't anything like you. This box that plays after you wind it, the last gift Dad ever gave me. I deliberately chose the words that would hurt her the most. I felt I had the right to, since she was the one who hurt me first. Mom said nothing during my verbal onslaught. Her silence only fueled my rage, so my words became harsher, crueler, more vicious. Mom quietly took my wrath. After the room fell silent, she left without a single word. Left alone, I picked up the music box and said to myself, it's okay. That was nothing compared to what she did to me. A radiant dream. It was a peaceful weekend afternoon. I started to doze off after putting stickers all over Dad's camera. In my half-awake state, I could faintly make out Mom and Dad's voices as they quietly talked. I wanted to keep listening to their conversation, but before long, I fell asleep. Dad used to take pictures of me and Mom whenever he could. It looks like it still might work if I charge it. I'll try turning it on after cleaning it. Thing could use a little bit more power. Also doesn't get rid of all the plants all over it. Good here. Really good in there. We're gonna just open it up. And open. Okay. No sponge. Alright, hint locked. I was like, what am I missing in here? At least she avoided the important buttons. With the sticker onslaught. Here. Get all this grime off. And how long has she left this place? Oh, I totally didn't get in here, did I? Totally didn't get in there. Made in Korea. Here. Grab a toothbrush. Sponge that down. Okay. Here. Can I try it on? I took a photo. I think it still works. I had to open that up anyway. Because it's gonna have stuff on it. Okay. More dirt down at the bottom. And around the button. And around the little screen. Oh, still more of the button there. Yeah, a whole bunch around here. Had a feeling. Had a feeling. Oh. Yeah. There. And here. Oh, around the lens. And up here, oh my goodness. Under that. What the heck? How do you even get in here? I'm like not making a dent at this at all. I'm making a dent! Doesn't feel like it though. It's still like all up in here. Is that... Okay. Right in here. Right around. Heck. If I do this to it. Ah, it still feels hopeless. Or more. No, it's really just in here. Great. still feels like barely a dent. There more here? No, it is actually all just in there, isn't it? Anything else? No. Maybe... It did nothing! So I'm missing 5%! How the heck? Oh. Oh! I see. Okay, that makes a lot more sense than what I was doing. A lot more sense, actually. This actually is making progress now. Whereas it wasn't before. Aha! I'm like, what? Get in there! I don't think I can pull it out any further. Aha! We got there! The camera! Oh, okay. Adora, did you finish your homework? Shh. She fell asleep after playing with the camera again. She really does love it. She's interested in so many things, like music and writing. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh? I only hope that she doesn't become like me. You still have regrets about back then, you know? I thought you were so beautifully radiant. It's all in the past now. I was naive and foolishly chasing what was only a dream. Now I'm awake and live in reality. And let's not talk about this anymore, alright? Alright. And now discontinue the digital camera. It was decorated with stickers that I'd stuck on as a child. The camera contained a recording I'd never seen before. Had I pressed the record button while I was asleep? The slanted video captured a long conversation between Mom and Dad. I found it difficult to understand. The Mom I had always known seemed so ordinary. Suddenly I realized that perhaps the words I had so aggressively thrown at her that day meant more than I had thought. That moment kept playing over and over in my mind. How silently she stood before my anger. How silently she had left the room, followed only by the sound of the door closing. What she dreamed of. Where that dream now resides. Only Mom's room was left. Holding the old doorknob, it felt as if I were about to meet Mom herself after all this time. Her room was filled with boxes, all neatly labeled and sorted by purpose. Somehow, it seemed like she knew she wouldn't be coming back. One box in particular caught my attention. Things I couldn't throw away. This box contained many trophies I had never seen before. Oh, we got the rag back. Where did she get all of these from? I really don't know anything about Mom. This looks exactly like the symbol I saw in the teacup. Rag. Sponge? Sponge. If I can get this all off the top, the glass, I can rag it. Use the air blower. Rag. Up here. Air. In here. Get this rag going again. Up here. Oh, this is just not clean, I think. Polish, polish, polish. Nice. Zoom in. Okay. Back to the glass. A little annoying, but we're getting there. Oh, that's just actually that. Okay. There it is. Like, it's in here somewhere. Alright. Oh, just the base. Pretty much just the base. A little bit there, a little bit there. Oh, and then some oobles and baubles up on the top. That's, I think, the correct words to use. Oobles and baubles. Oh, there's still something right there. Oh. In there. Down here? Right. There's a tiny piece. Tiny piece. There it is. Dad? What's that? Trophy? Yep. I got this for winning first place in a math competition. Cool, huh? Wow, does Mom know? Well, there's no way you wouldn't show her something this cool. Of course she knows. I bragged about it all the time. But then she'd look at me with that sullen look and bring the box. The box? Adora, how about a snack? We have cheesecake. Dad, don't change the subject! Trophy I'd never seen before. Writing competition, first place, Lily Mayer. Has the same symbol as a teacup. So this was the box that Dad had mentioned. I took out a few trophies and read their plates. School writing competition, winner. Youth short story competition, excellence award. Novel contest, first place, all for Lily Meyer. These accolades demonstrated how much she had achieved, and they were proof of the dream Mom once had. She was talented enough to win all these awards. Why didn't she pursue writing as a career? And why did she stop me from chasing my dream so badly? One after another, thoughts endlessly flowed through my mind. Our last moment. Things were never the same after Mom threw away my cassette tape. I couldn't pretend that nothing had happened. This animosity persisted after high school as I left home to study music at a distant university. I told myself I wouldn't call her until I had succeeded. Back then, I believed that once I graduated university, success would easily find its way to me. However, just as Mom had warned, the world was much colder than I had thought. The words and words of praise became more and more meaningless. The further I drifted from success, the more I avoided calling Mom. I could already hear what she'd say. And that's why I told you not to stop. I told you it'd be a waste of time. I wasn't ready to hear those words to my face. Even after I had to change my phone number, I couldn't bring myself to call her. After some time, I received an unexpected call from my aunt. Mom had passed away. I thought I'd be able to call her anytime I wanted, but I didn't have the courage to. That would mean I'd have to admit that she was right all along. Get a whole chunk off. And sponge. And sponge. Close enough. And one more. How far down can I get? Yeah, a bit. Alright, there's gonna be lots of little knobs to clean on this thing. Oh, yeah, it's ready. I've come to appreciate just whole chunks at once, I'll be honest. Oh gosh. I just looked here. I need the air blower again. Yeah, I'm glad I gave up the thought of doing this with only those two. Sponge. Sponge. Here. Okay. Oh, I still haven't even unlocked hint. I mean, there's like whole chunks down here, right? Here. And down. That. Okay. Toothbrush. And in here, like so. There's a bunch in here, the keys. Get here, can I? Oh, yeah, there we go. Like, it feels like I'm missing a whole lot. I was, in fact, missing a whole lot. I could, in fact. Oh, I was gonna say, is there more? Up here? Yeah. Still feel like I'm missing, like, a good chunk somewhere. But I guess there's, like I said, there's a lot of, like, little pieces in this one. Oh, I'm missing, like, the entire back of this plated thing. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Oh, I see. As I hit the keys, it pushes it back over. Okay, okay, okay. Right. Advent. At the bottom here, the handle. Right, there's still little bits. Little bits. And up here. Down here. Down there. Oh. Right in there. In there. Still, like, a bunch of percents going on here. Where am I? Is there a way to take this off? No. Ah, here we go. That's why I'm missing a whole chunk. There was actually another whole chunk here. Okay, okay, okay. Oh gosh, now I've .0. Oh wait, I saw it. Okay, I had to hit the keys to get it back over. Are you leaving? If I don't go now, I'll be late for my flight. You have a lot of luggage. I'll drive you to the airport. It's fine. I know you're busy. I'll be going now. Adora. Typewriter looks like a prop from black and white film. It seems that Mom typed her stories on it. Come to think of it, that was the last conversation we ever had. I had left without looking back, determined to return only when I had succeeded. I wanted to prove Mom wrong. But that door I shut so firmly never opened again. I opened the small drawer at the bottom of the typewriter. Inside were sheets of paper and the attic key. Most of the papers were stories that Mom had written. The rest seemed to be contracts. Among the papers were a few letters that began with a salutation. Dear Mrs. Lilymeier. I picked up a letter that was filled with writing. Dear Mrs. Lilymeier, it has been some time since I last pinned a letter to you. I recall in your previous letters that you have been a fan of mine for some time now. I want to let you know that I read the story you sent this time as well. Please understand I say this for your sake. I have read your works for a long time now, and they lack any aspect of exceptionality. Certainly you can make a livelihood out of your writing, but I doubt that standard alone will be satisfactory for you. I understand your desire to be a writer. However, discretion is sometimes a better part of valor. I believe that your time will be better spent in another field of work. I truly apologize for conveying these words much too late. Sincerely, Lewis. You're trying not to cry. Words left unsaid. Louis was the name of Mom's favorite writer. The writer she admired, the one who might have even inspired her to pursue writing. I can begin to imagine how it would feel if someone I respected told me to give up. I imagine Mom opening the letter, hoping to find praise or encouragement, but the further she read, the greater the despair on her face. If a composer I admired had said the same to me, I wouldn't have been able to take it either. How much juice do I have? Some. No, stop going back. Oh gosh, that might be really annoying actually. Up here. Okay. Work on the bottom, I guess. I don't know how I'm gonna get in between all the keys there. Okay. Up there. Here. Okay. Back to scrubbing. The bottom nice and clean. And the little vents. And up here. I'm more amazed that nothing happened to the house. You know, she just left it there this whole time. It wasn't, like, seized or anything. There's so much. Oh my gosh. Let's... feel like... There we go. Maybe. That 5 looks really dirty. Oh, maybe I'm crazy. I mean, besides the fact I am. Aha! Get the scrubber in here. Yeah. nothing's coming in. Okay. I think that means I got everything on the numbers. Oh, it's ringing. Thought it was ringing. Maybe it was. Press that one. Oh yeah, there's a bunch down here. On the base. To say, make me feel old at this kind of phone is just like, yeah, it's just here and like, wait. How am I gonna feel when I start seeing like, oh yeah, flip phones. These ancient devices, flip phones. Or Blackberries, or you know, whatever. The phones we had, us millennials had, as our like first phones. It's like, oh gosh, no. Why would you target us like this and make us feel old? We're not that old yet. I need to pull these out. Flip you. Come on. How can I still have 0.1 left? Stupid buttons right now. Aha. Wait. More! More! Some of these like little tiny specks are really annoying to get. Let me tell you. Come on, how can I still have this much left? Nothing in there. What the heck? According to hint, it's clean. No, it's not. There's a little bit in here. There we go. There's a little bit in there. Call recorded on February 19th. I think I'll be admitted to the hospital soon. Could you help me tidy up the house? Please? I don't have anyone else I can ask to do this. Lily, don't say that. I still have the spare key, so I'll go by when I have time. Thank you. Before you come, I'll put away things, like the trophies. It's strange, isn't it? Back then, I was so desperate to forget everything. But when I was cleaning the house and saw my typewriter and all those trophies, I remember the days when I wrote so happily. Why do we only realize how precious something is after we lose it? Writing and Adora. Lily, have you called Adora? I tried calling her 2 days ago, but she didn't answer. Maybe she changed her number. I left a voicemail, but I'm not sure if she heard it. If I were brave enough to call her sooner, would we still be in touch right now? Back then, I thought the best thing to do was give her time. Landline phone. By calling a specific date, you can hear recordings from that day. The call was between Mom and my aunt. From her voice and coughing, I could hear how difficult it was for Mom to talk. After I left home, my pride and drive to prove myself held me back from contacting Mom. All this time, I never once thought about how Mom must have felt. I didn't think she would regret what she had done, nor did I know that she had called me. If I just called her when I changed my number. Nevertheless. A letter from the past. As I looked at the old attic key that I found in Mom's typewriter, it reminded me of the excuse that brought me back home, finding my aunt's necklace. Maybe she knew everything and sent me here on purpose. I held the rusted key in my hand. It felt so cold and hard, but somehow also warm. As I cleaned the key, Mom and Auntie's conversation continued. I felt like I was looking at myself. When Adora said that someone had called her talented, she was just like my young, naive self. It was too painful to see her talking with those bright eyes, full of hope. At that moment, I wasn't looking at Adora, but rather the child I used to be. Oh, I only have the toothbrush again. Back to the basics. Also, the percentage is quite high to get hints. Probably because it's so small. Like, there's so many grooves. Deal with here. And I mean, having about 50%, having done one side makes sense. I figure, right? Grab all that and that. So, be a lot of percentage. Okay. Up here. Get these little specks. That. Thing is, too, you write your heroes, or you meet your heroes, and never meet your heroes. It's like one of the rules is never meet your heroes. Because you will be disappointed when you find out they are human. Just like you. They are flawed. Just like you. The attic key that I found inside the typewriter. What will I find in the attic? The recording ended with a violent cough from Mom. I was left stunned, my heart painfully heavy. After some time, I collected myself and headed to the attic with the key in tow. The attic had always been Mom's private space. When I snuck in as a child, it looked more like a storage room than somewhere fun, so I often wondered why Mom liked using it. As if to answer that question from my childhood, I found an old desk and chair in one corner of the room. On the desk lay a necklace and a dusty journal with an all too familiar name. If I never came back to this house and cleaned it, if I had left those mementos undisturbed beneath dust, I would have never learned about Mom's true feelings. I had a feeling that this diary had been waiting here all this time, just for me. I carefully brushed away the thick dust and opened it. That day, when Adora handed me her tape with such excitement on her face, I could see the hope in her eyes. That innocent face, certain she could realize her dream. I knew that face well. I was afraid that she would curse her wasted years and regret everything. I need to stop this now. For her sake, I chose to be harsh. I believed that her hating me was the lesser of two evils. When I started to tidy up Adora's belongings, I was able to see the remnants of her dreams in my hands. Through them, I could feel her sorrows and joys. That was when I looked back on my past. My younger self, who I had thought naive and foolish, was shining as brilliantly as those traces of Adora. I've wanted to tell her my true feelings, but I can't reach her anymore. All I can do is wait. I hope you return one day, so I can tell you this. Adora, it was thanks to you that I was able to face myself again. Even though I was ashamed of my past, I was happy to see a part of myself in you. I had hurt you so gravely, yet you brought me comfort. I should have said this to you sooner. No matter what path you choose to walk, no matter how you live your life, I will always love and support you. Gosh dang it, I can't. Mom's diary ended there. After closing it, I noticed a letter laying on the corner of the desk. There was also... Oh gosh, I can't. Ah! There was also something I thought I'd never see again. The cassette tape that I recorded my first song on. I put the tape into the cassette player and opened the envelope. The letter inside contained lyrics which seemed to accompany my song. I slowly recited Mom's lyrics. My novice melody and her poetic verses complemented each other well, as if they had always been together from the very start. What would you do to see those lost words once again? Looking above, your eyes danced with the dawning sky. Gleaming with hope, they were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything? Bright in my dream, you're singing to the moon and stars, even lighting up my room behind you.
those birds once again. What can I do to hear them sing? Would you walk through me those wide, or search through lonely streams, if there's any chance to see them once again? Looking above, your eyes dance with a dawning sky, gleaming with hope. They were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything right in my dream? You're singing to the moon and stars, even lighting up my room behind you. Will you be back to see your lemon trees in bloom? Will you be there to hold my hand? And we walk through hills and towns, or run through crowded streets, if you have some time to see me once again. Looking above, your eyes dance with a dawning sky, gleaming with hope. They were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything bright in my dream? You're singing to the moon and stars, even lighting up my room behind you.
I'm not okay. Oh gosh. Well, that was Leathers from the Past. Or Undusted Leathers from the Past. Oh my goodness. Whew. I could not keep it together anymore at the end there. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Very good. Very, very good. There is achievement for what did I not get? Didn't listen to the drum echo MIDI controller. Well, hints are unavailable. Try to use them 3 times. I think I did like 2. There's no globe into Winter Wonderland. There's a hidden object. Where's the hidden object? Oh no. I don't know where. Maybe someone has a guide on it. Yes, they do. Okay, I just want to find the hidden object. New story, claim objects, level 17 will unlocked. New object to clean. Okay. Let's start. Level 17! Alright. I'm not. Oh gosh. The pendant. Let's go. One more. One more. Get this outside. Taken care of. Everlasting. I'm still hitting little bits. Like so. Like so. Give me a bunch inside, I know. I just want to make sure that I have the outside. Just trying to get... There we go. Still not working. Did that just to get that achievement? Since I was like, oh, that's an achievement I can get. There's a bunch of other random ones. Wait. How am I missing? Oh, here we are. I don't have... I don't have the sponge or the cloth to do this. Do it the hard way. I guess they want to make sure that, you know, you aren't told, hey, there's still a bunch right here. Okay, anyway. Little pieces. Little pieces. And there. Here. Oh, down there. Wait, what? Where? Where? Where'st? The heck? I don't know why that wasn't showing up. It was weird. The pendant. The pendant Mom always wore. It's the first time I've looked inside. Alright, well. Back to... Okay, what else was there? That's not Steam. What's in the music box? No. There's... Okay. Nothing. It's like annoying stuff, like an object using only air blow gun. Again, that's sponge and torch only. And just a random miscellaneous one. There's also like dial the right thing on the phone, but anyway, I think now that I've actually gotten all the levels, the important part was getting that last one. That's gonna do it for Undusted. Letters from the Past. Oh my gosh, play the game. Yeah, it's short, but go play the game. Heck. Thank you all for watching. Oh my goodness. I have to go collect myself. Or try to. If you enjoyed the videos and the series and all that, or however I did this, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe. Maybe click the bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord, come hang out. Get notifications there as well. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!